it's Doris with Aldi Books, and I'm here to do the Indie Press project for September. This month we were doing Haymarket Press, which is a publisher, an independent publisher, obviously, who bills themselves as radical, based in Chicago, and they are seeking to put forth a consciousness for social and economic justice. So how does a book about a hurricane play into that? Well, in Aftershocks of Disaster, Puerto Rico Before and After the Storm, this is a collection of works, pieces, put together by Yarimar Bonilla and Marisol Lebron, seeking to do just that, to put forth social and economic justice for Puerto Rico. Because what I found out was that this wasn't just a hurricane. It wasn't just about a hurricane. The best, I guess, shrunken down, easily digestible timeline for this social and economic storm, if you will, was put forth in the play. There's an actual play in the middle of this called Ay Maria. So what I figured out from that was that this actually began prior to the storm, I think in 2015, with financial collapse in Puerto Rico, and those threads of colonialism that have never released Puerto Rico kind of resurging. And yeah, you know, a new bill called Promesa that kind of has put, you know, U.S. back in control of the economic well-being in Puerto Rico. And, you know, well-being is probably a misnomer there, because really what it's doing is protecting the financial well-being of U.S. interests. So it has really piqued my interest in the laws and, you know, regulations put forth to govern and abet banking systems in the U.S., especially the risky ones. Vulture loans, like a thing. They're a thing. So yeah, and, you know, thinking about, you know, on an individual basis, we like to place the blame on the individual that can't, you know, pay back their loans, can't cover their loans, can't be responsible for their loans. And I've, you know, this has really opened my eyes to the fact that it's not always the individual or the country, if you will, that's at fault. You know, sometimes it's these institutions that are creating an environment that you can't recover from, you can't, you know, stay on top of. I was just reading The Color of Law, and, you know, the same thing there with individuals. I guess that's where I'm getting this from, with the individual level. But yeah, we need to open our eyes to our banking system and how corporate law allows them to create these devastating societal issues. So the financial strain, which puts a strain on the people and the infrastructure of the community, the person, the nation. And then, you know, this storm natural disaster just has intensified the problem that was already there, catastrophically, and then the recovery efforts. So this is a series of essays, you know, the play, diary entries, poems, art exhibits, yeah, all sorts of different written medias brought together in this one book, and very interesting and enlightening. It's made me think about more. I want to know more. There's one essay that I just read that kind of looks at a historical lens to see what happened in the past that is perhaps been a harbinger of this future, which is now in Puerto Rico. And I just really feel like I need to know more about these U.S. citizens. And again, you know, I'm feeling echoes from The Color of Law with this, because I guess I want to understand more about Puerto Ricans being U.S. citizens, but also not having the complete fulfillment of that promise of citizenry that was also seen with the African American community in The Color of Law. Just the same, but different. We have to do better. We have to get past being an us and them mentality and become a we mentality. But anyway, I want to know more about the colonialism and how Puerto Rico came to the position they're in now, how the colonialism of the United States contributed to that. So I have picked up How to Hide an Empire by Daniel Immerwahr. Heidi from My Reading Life. There's too many reading and bookish channels for me to remember right now. But yeah, Heidi has really played up this book, and Puerto Rico is one of the colonies discussed. There it is in this book, and I think this addresses the issue that we have tried to pretend that we were not a colonial power, but in actuality it's hidden right in plain view. So yeah, I'm very curious to read more about Puerto Rico's past and their future, you know. So yeah, this was a really good book. I have learned a lot and realized that I have a lot more to learn. The chapter about the schools in Puerto Rico, elementary, secondary, and university, was infuriating. Betsy DeVos infuriates me, but you know, magnet schools, draining funds from public education. I am a major proponent of public education, and to know that rehabilitation funds for Hurricane Maria have gone to New York universities because students from Puerto Rico were there. Like, really? All of those funds should have gone to Puerto Rico. That is just so infuriating. All sorts of things in here, all sorts of things to digest. But anyway, next month is, I don't even know what next month is, to be quite honest. I'm just looking forward to November, which is Milkweed Press, which is amazing. So anyway, yeah, I will link Stephanie from Time to Read. I will link her channel below. So, or I'll actually put in the description box below the lineup for the upcoming months, because I just forget who it is next month. Not prepared. November is Milkweed, and December we're taking off for, you know, Vlogmas. And then January we are doing a really cool East Asian focused publisher set in the UK. So really excited about that. Mel from Mel's Booklet Adventures turned us on to that one. So anyway, check the box below for more information. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.